Hi and welcome to this week's Down to Biz with Ashton Jeff. This week we're going to give you a recession update and we're really going to take off from where we left off last time, which was getting into some of the things we expected to see in a recession. The difference with this is that we'll show you some of the responses that have actually been observed and then some strategies of how to shake your consumers out of recession.
So let's take a look at how our consumers are responding, because if we know how they're responding, we can give them the messages that can influence their behaviour. Here are 8 common responses in recession. Scrimpers. These are the people diving into the bargain basement bins and having a look around. The crash dieters are cutting all expenditure that's seen as non-essential. The treaters. These people work really hard to save $1, but they can't help themselves. They save $1, they walk around the corner and spend it on a $1 reward. But they need to reward themselves every time they make a small improvement. The justifiers. They want to act as if nothing has happened. They just need the reasons to continue acting in that way. For this group, giving them reasons is really important. The ostriches. These are the people who are sticking their head in the sand and trying to pretend that it's just not happening. The abstainers. A really big impact in the business-to-business environment. We see people not wanting to make decisions, people holding off, saying, we'll just wait till things improve before we make decisions. The cloth cutters. They're cutting all unessential expenditure, but what they're doing is still focusing on those few items or those few areas which are really still important to them. Tapping into that emotional connection to the golf clubs, to the power tools, whatever's important for those customers will get you success there. And then there's the vultures. These are the people who are picking the eyes out of the opportunities that are available. They really couldn't be happier. In addition to this, there's some latest Nielsen research that says people are changing the way they're shopping. They're using shopping lists more and more. That's accompanied by a huge shift back to basics in brands, in the products we're using, and how we're consuming. Also, there is the rise in the value retail channels. We've seen the Aldi phenomenon, trying to change the way we shop to bigger shops less frequently, with more bargains. And then there's the coupon. Redemption rates are rising as people are seeking greater bargains more often.
Now let's have a look specifically at how mothers are responding to the recession. Really important for any FMCG marketers out there. We've seen smarter shopping, so making more considered purchase decisions. Homemaking is back in a big way, so what can I do at home to save $1? Can I employ old-fashioned homemaking techniques like cooking, packing lunches? What is it that I can do? Going green to save green. Well, this is people using things like public transport. The primary motivation is actually to save the money, but it has a secondary benefit. The family that plays together. We're seeing a big shift to in-home entertainment. Things like board games and movies are now, for the first time in a couple of years, getting a lot more attention than the cinema. Making it last a really interesting one. People are looking at ways to reuse products and even ways that they can derive income from those products, like listing them on eBay. Staying healthy. People are cutting back in a lot of areas, but the gym membership is certainly one that they're just not willing to spare. And kids coming first. We'll see parents cutting back on the things that they might need in the daily life, but still making sure their kids get the best of everything, the best brands and premium products.
So with grocery buying rising overall, you want to tap into some of those opportunities. In addition to that, here are 5 ways we can shake consumers out of recession thinking. The first thing is you might think it's good to talk about fear in this environment. It's not. There's enough doom and gloom out there, and you don't want to leave with a scary headline message.
By the same token, if you try and gloss over it and pretend nothing's happening, people will see right through that. If you want to bond with your consumers, you need to make sure that you show empathy.
In justifying failures, it's particularly important in a B2B environment. Businesses aren't going that well at the moment, so help them justify why things are tough. Give them the reasons and then show them that these reasons will change and their success will come.
Again, if you want to bond with your consumers, there's an opportunity right now to find out what's holding them back and what are their problems. Use those problems as a way to bond with them, but also find a way to throw rocks at them, if you will, and let them know that you understand their problems and you're finding the same.
And just as fear is emotional, we need to tap into the emotional power of the dreams, the vision. Let's not talk in terms of features only. Let's think in terms of benefits. Let's think in terms of implications. Let's talk about what's possible. Tap into the emotional desires of people and help them get to where they want to go big picture, long term. That's it for DOWNtoBIS this week. Hopefully your business is now fully recession proof, and we look forward to a prosperous next week where we'll see you for another episode.